Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. My name is Dr. Mola, and if today is your first time, this channel is dedicated to helping you understand the markets and trade with confidence. I've been trading over 17 years. I've trained over thousands of traders around the globe, and here we focus on market analysis, practical strategies, and live trading sessions that helps you stay ahead of the market. In today's video, I'm going to show you what gold is planning to do in EW and in SMC. Okay, so let's stay right there, and I'll show you exactly what I see in the market. And sorry guys, show you exactly what I see in the market as we start the trading session. We'll go through the key market structures, important SMC concept, Elliott wave outlooks, and high probability zones that could drive the market in gold. So make sure you watch this video till the end, because this knowledge can significantly improve how you read the market. Without further ado, let's dive in. All right. So the last time we were here on gold, I told you guys we've not mitigated fully the zone. And because of this reason, gold should continue to the downside. But if it doesn't, then we see the structures. And I show you the structures that I was actually looking at. All right. So I showed you all the structures. Now, what do we have? What do we have in here? Gold is currently, people were, I think over the week, I was seeing certain things. I wasn't too sure until it became very, very visible. Okay, but that is fine. Now, gold has made all the move, almost closing that gap. So currently, I cannot even say much about it, but I want to show you what we would be doing. So this, we have to increase it to 1.618. Oh, 1.618 is already gone. No. This is the small zone. This is actually the small zone. All right, so let's get the big zone. All right, so the big zone will start from the W, X, and Y. So that is what? Perfect. So this should be the actual zone. That was for the small zone. This is the big zone. Okay. So now we have this zone. Price have gone through the 1.618 levels and it's still dripping all the way. I think I mentioned that. Yeah. See, when I talk, some of you don't take your time to listen to the videos. Please. That is why at some point I make emphasis. Okay? It does not mean that when price has entered into this zone, then indirectly, Doc says, once price enter into no, I told you, you need certain things. And I have explained that in many times. I've explained that. Okay. I even showed you how to actually pick such trades, how to get them. Okay. Perfect. So now that we all understand some of these things, it's good that we can follow through to getting what exactly we are looking out for. Okay. So in our last video, I explained that we have actually entered into this area. Okay. And because of that, I'm expecting that gold should continue to the upside like this. Okay, that's the first point I made. The second point, I said, because we have not fully mitigated this, and I made it clear emphatically, we've mitigated it, which is fine. But we have not fully, with us, once price gets into the 50% area, then we have fully mitigated the zone. Then we'll start looking out for the actual buy trades. Even with that, we need some kind of setups to set before we would take them. Okay, good. So you see, we had that in mind, and I told you. I even take you to the 50 minutes, and then I showed you what is actually happening. I'll come back to this later, but we're still here. So I told you guys what is happening. And it's very important to understand the dynamics of the market. Once you understand the dynamics of the market, you are always ahead of the market. You are always ahead. Nothing has changed. You're always ahead of the market. Okay? Once you understand the dynamics, you are ahead of the market. Trust me. All right. So I told you guys, yeah, this is it. Price is actually here in EW, and we are going to do it again. So this is an A, B, and C. This is another A, B, and C. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I said this that has happened is something else. This has changed the whole thing, because this should have started going up. And however, this one made this and made a correction. So we're expecting every Elliott wave, are expecting that price will go up. But that last week, Friday, is it Friday? Yeah, Friday. I told you guys it's possible that price will start going down too as well. I showed you on the chat. Abraham says, I agree to you. I think we have Victor says good morning. Da Costa Mamema says good morning. Good morning to you all, guys. All right. So you see, I have this, and I explain to you guys what is happening. What is really happening? How did I say it? Because in EW, once we do this, this should not fail. However, because of a move that I saw, that changes the whole structure, changes the whole pattern. It changes everything. So that is how come I told you guys, watch out. Something can happen around this area. And I came back, told you that, hey, watch here. Either we would break here like this, that is one, and then we'll go down. Or we would not break. Okay, so I showed you the expanded flat and then the running flat. So let me take you through. And what happened? Price did a drop. It entered into the zone, so we're expecting the buy to happen. But then when you see from SMC, price did not actually mitigate the zone fully or entirely. So I told you guys, keep your eyes open. We can go to the downside. And what happened? What happened? Let me show you. So I want to show you what happened. What happened? Price did this and it did a drop. And I posted that way before on the channel. Way before on the channel. Before this thing happened. I told you guys 15 minutes, even a day before. I think a day before. Yeah. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. So we are going to get into first the SMC. So I explained to you guys we have certain things in SMC which a lot of SMC traders do not know about. They do not know about it. Okay, a lot of them, they do not know about it. I actually brought that concept because I have emerged Elliott wave and SMC together. That is how come I get that concept. So I told you guys, okay, this should be green. This should also be green. This, Control Z. This should be green. So let me make the chart bigger so that we can all see that, what I'm actually doing. And I'll explain to you like babies so that you get it, okay? So this is also green. That is also green. Bingo. All right. This will still continue, but now we are done with that. We'll move up. This will rather come here because we are now out of the structure. We are now in a new structure. And that new structure would give us new POI, which is this POI. So we'll be looking at this POI, and I'm going to explain certain things around this POI too as well. So I actually made a slight error, a slight one. I always tell my students in SMC, pay attention to details. Right? Pay attention to what? Details. It's very, very important. Unfortunately, I didn't pay attention. I didn't pay attention to details because I'm frequenting the hospital so much. So these days I am not mostly on the chart. Okay. Let's get into it. Such a long time, Doc. Hope you're doing great. Evans, where have you been? Okay. So look at this. In fact, let's make this one red. And we are going to make this one also red. Red and red. Perfect. So look at this. I told you guys that anytime we have a structure and it's a minor inducement, and in this case, we have this to be a minor inducement. You can see we have this to be a minor inducement because there is no pullback after that. So this is a minor inducement. So we should have gotten this ERL. We should have gotten this ERL right here. And so this will be the XPOI. But because I wasn't paying attention to details and I was rushing to do the analysis, I only gave you EPOI. Okay, which is fine. It's okay. So our entry was not even too much a deviation from the actual thing. If I had actually stayed on the chart, this would be where the entry would have been, which is the perfect one. Okay. But even with that, where I gave the entry was not bad. It wasn't bad at all. It wasn't bad. This was it. So the entry is right here. Right here. Look at this. This is the entry. So look at this and that. Still, I'm in the weeks. Not bad. Okay. Yeah, because I made a small error, which is fine. It's okay. People didn't even get it and they were still buying. Okay. Yeah, so it's fine. Now, because of this small error, this imaginary error, that actually gave us that miss on the sniper entry. But it's okay, it's fine. Let's get into the bigger stuff. Now, we are looking at the chart. And where are we inside the chart? We are inside the 4-hour POI. Now, we have fully mitigated the 4-hour POI. I mentioned this the last time. We've now fully mitigated the 4-hour POI. This will be totally invalidated once we go below this BOS. And that changes the whole structure. It means that this is a BOS and that is a BOS. It means that gold is turning into a bearish structure. All right. And when that happens, it means we're not going to focus on buys anymore. When they pull back, they do this and then they pull back like this. We are going to go for sell. We are not going to go for buy. All right. Until it does this, it comes up like this. Until maybe it's coming back down like this, we will try another buy and see if it's going to go to the upside. But then our major focus will be on the sells, not on the buys anymore. Currently, our major focus is on the buys. We are going to look out for the buys. That's where our major focus is. And interestingly, some of you, I keep showing you this indicator and you are not focusing. Let me take you to the indicator. Let me take you to the indicator. And you are not focusing. And I wonder, Doc, I don't know how to trade. Doc, I don't know how to do this. Doc, I don't know how to do that. Doc, I'm like this. And I said, get this indicator and you are fine. You are good to go. Yet, you don't want to get the indicator. You don't want to get it. This indicator has been calling cells since the 80s. It has been calling all the cells since the 80s. In fact, it started with the 15 minutes and that was it. A sniper entry trade, that was it right there. A sniper entry trade again, that was it right there on the 15 minutes. 15 minutes is the one holding the charts currently. Every 15 minutes move is crazy, right? Sometimes it shifts. It can go to 1 hour or it can go to 30 minutes. How it shifts, unless I show you. Okay, for now, that is not what I'm doing. Okay, so 15 minutes holding the chart gave this crazy trade right there. Sniper entry. Can you see it? Sniper. It's just giving you sniper entries. All you need to do is focus there. Focus on the arrows, focus on the rules, and you are perfect. You are good to go. You just need this indicator, or you probably need this one. Or you probably need this one. This one is still under development and it's still coming up. And even with that, it gave these superb entries. Evans is saying, hey, so newbies are sleeping on this indicator. Don't. Let me put this to others. So this one is under development. We're still developing it. You can see that all the stuff I drew actually is the same as this indicator. It doesn't change. All right. Whatever I draw is exactly this one because I'm using, I'm actually getting it into a way that it will work. Okay. We are working on it. We are still working on it. Perfect. So, guys, this is it. Now we are inside this POI, this area. That is where we are. What are we going to expect? I showed you the last time and I want to show you again. Since this is the 4 hour, you have to move all the way to 1 hour. And inside the 1 hour, you find the inducement. This is the inducement of the 1 hour. Unless price takes out this inducement, nothing has happened. If price take out this inducement will change its role to MSS. It will change its role to MSS. And if that happens, the POI or the other block here will become your POI. And then you can use that as your launching pad. Okay? But as it stands now, don't go to 1 minute, 5 minutes and start looking for buys. It is the structure is on the 4 hour. The only time frame you can use is the 1 hour because the structure is on the 4 hour. So the only time frame is the 1 hour. Note that. Some of you, once you are in the POI, you go to 1 minute, you go to 5 minutes, and then you are starting looking for trades. No. We have time frame alignments. So if you are not aligning with the time frame, you are having a problem. Okay? We have time frame alignments. You need to understand the alignment of the time frames. Some people align time frames differently. First, I used to align time frames in a very different way. Now I align them in a very different way. I do different alignments. Okay? Some people use 1 minute to 5 minutes. So 5 minutes will come to 1 minute. Then, in fact, let me do it the opposite. No, because of time. 15 minutes. 15 minutes can align with 1 hour. Some people align 15 minutes with 45 minutes. You see the differences? Yeah. And then you can align 1 hour to 4 hour. Some people also does this differently. So everybody they are in alignment. Some people will align 1 minute and even 3 minutes. They do these alignments, and I can show you on the chart. You can see my time frames alignments are there: 1, 3, 5, 15, 30, 45, 1 hour, 4, 8, 12. They are there. Boss, if it happened on 1 hour, which time frame will you move to find the inducement? I just stated this. I just stated it. I said that once you are inside this POI, which is the 4 hour POI, all right, The only time frame you can go on is the 1 hour. The 1 hour, once we took out this inducement, then your trade setup, it should be on the 1 hour. Okay, you can trade only here. When we start to move, things will get clearer, where you can do 1 minute, you can do 5 minutes, you can now identify the predominant trend, and then you can now start to do whatever you want to do in it. But for your first trade to happen, you cannot place that trade on any time frame. The only time frame you can place that trade on is on 1 hour. You can refine the other blocks all the way to maybe 1 minute or whatever, which I will not advise. The only way you can refine the other blocks, you can refine to the 15 minutes. That's the last stop. You can't even go to 5 minutes. Okay? You can't even do that. Right? So that's basically it. For now, because the structure is on the 4 hour, watch at this inducement. This inducement is what we're looking at. If there's another pullback that happens, that will be the new inducement. Okay? But for now, this is the inducement I'm seeing. If they take out this inducement will change its role to MSS. It's no longer an inducement, it's an MSS because the structure has shifted. And now the other block will be there waiting for us so that we can go up. Remember, this buy that we are going to do, if it happens, this buy is a risky trade. Remember that. It's not a foolproof. It's a risky trade. Remember that. Put that in your score. It's a risky trade. It's not a foolproof. When this trade happens, break this BOS, and then the next BOS is your foolproof. This one is like you are trying. Will it work? Will the zone actually work? Yes. That's what you are doing. So sometimes when I give signals, I tell you guys, this is a risky trade. You will not understand. Even though the trade can move maybe 500 pips, 1,000 pips, I'll tell you it's a risky trade. Yes, it's a risky trade because of these things, which you people do not see. I am seeing it at this point. You don't see it because you don't understand the structure. I do understand the structure. So when this happens, now this will be your BOS. Remember, this is an MSS and this is a BOS. So the next one, which is this one, now is a foolproof. It means that structure is shifting, really shifting. But even with this, Elliott Wave will tell us something else. All right? Perfect. Good. Let's understand these things. Let's understand them before you make any trade. Some of you just pick your chart and then you just make trades. I've shown you what I do here. I've shown you my journal, how I actually plan the trades, what I go through, the sequence I go through. I've shown you guys so many times. Okay, I go through a sequence and I show you the sequence of what I do. Okay, I've shown you guys. So it's not like I just sit here and I call trades. I show you the sequence. I've done all of that. I've shown you what I do before everything goes through. Yeah, this super tool that I have, this one, it was given to me by a friend. It's even late. Yeah, and it was very, very expensive. These ones. These are mathematically calculated levels. I don't know how he did that. But these levels, they are crazy. I've used them for some years and I still know. You can see price have now actually touched this red one. This is the rare one. Okay, they are levels like support and resistance levels or something. I don't know how he calculated them. I don't know how he did that. But they are crazy. They are really, really crazy, powerful levels. We have all of these things. And you can also use this indicator right here. Let me see if I can get you this indicator. Yeah, this indicator called fixed range volume profile. Fixed range volume profile. You can also use that. It doesn't show on this particular chart. I think it shows here on this chart instead. It's also very good. If you know how it works, you can also use it to make some good trades decisions. All right, if you know how to use it. Okay, some of these things, I think when I'm fully fit, I will be doing videos on some of these things to explain to you guys how they really work. If today is your first time, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that anytime I come live, you will be notified immediately. So what is our take home today? First things first, take home today. Watch this area. This area. If there is another pullback, it means that it will shift. It will come to that pullback. All right? We are just praying we don't break below this level. We don't break below. Why ERL, ERL, ERL? No. Okay, so this is a BOS. It's not an ERL. All right. So all that we are praying is that we will not go below here. Once we go below here and the candle close below, full candle close, okay? It's not a wick, or it's not a wick of the candle. The candle itself closes below here. It has changed the structure. All right? It has changed the structure. It means that now we have this level being our, it's going to be our ERL. Is it gold? Yeah, it's gold. So once they break below that level, this one would be our ERL. This one, this guy is going to be our ERL. And ERLs are very, very powerful. They are very, very crazy. All right? They are very, very crazy. So this is going to be an ERL. This is ERL. ERL. Okay, good. So, so once they break below here and they don't have any pullback, we have an ERL. It means that we can have an XPOI above these levels. Okay, that's perfectly fine. We all understand that. Good. But we've not gotten there. So let's look at what is going to happen in here. This POI. Once we have another pullback, then this will jump to that pullback. If that happens, I'm going to draw the structure like this. So this is the pullback. Once we break this, we break it full candle close. Then we will have the other block here, OB. If this thing comes back and touch this OB like this, we're going to try buy it all the way to the up. This is MSS. Once we break it, we have BOS. Then what happens? We can have another OB right here. If the pullback, we have other ones. Then we have GPOI. So this is the EPOI. All right, it goes like that. Okay, I have actually explained. The next one, which is the next move, this one is foolproof. This one is like a trial. We are testing. This one is foolproof. Okay, perfect. So this is the take-home test. All right, this is the take-home for today. So today, this is our take-home. This is what you are going to take home because the structure is clean. If price goes all the way and breaks these lows, then like I said, we have shifted. If you break that low, we have shifted. But even with that, two things can happen. Two things. If we break this low like this, even if we break this low like this, two things can happen. Now, even if I'm buying, if you break the low, Control Z, if it breaks the low, all right, and there is no pullback, it means that we have EPOI sitting here. We have XPOI sitting there, XPOI 1, and probably XPOI 2 will be there. So if I'm buying, I'll be buying and targeting all the way to this level. I cannot go above that. Okay? Once I'm going, I'll be watching. So when I get here, I will offload a lot of the profits and wait. What is going to happen here? If they break, but one of them will trigger and it's going to go down. Okay? It's going to do that. If there is no pullback, if they break and there is no pullback and they start to go to the upside, this is what is going to happen. It means that we are going to have a minor inducement, and because of that, we should target these levels. So when you are buying, it means your first area is here, second area is there, third area is there. If they break through and then they reverses, foolproof trade, you can buy again. You can start buying from GPOI or EPOI, which I doubt they will come back to that area, right? So that's basically what is going to happen. So we will keep our eyes on the charts. Keep your eyes on the charts. Something interesting is cooking. Aside that, for now, every structure you can take small risk, sell it, because now the trend is clear. Every small structure, take it, sell it. Okay, until 1 hour tells you that, hey, be careful. But for now, 1 minute, 5 minutes is all yours. Chop all the cells. All right, guys. If you have any questions, you can ask me. If you have any questions, you can ask me. If there are no questions, then I would like to move, or I would like to draw the curtains right here. If you found this video very helpful, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notification so you never miss out on our market breakdowns and live trading sessions. Also remember, the real analysis and trading opportunities are shared during our live sessions, so make sure you join us regularly. Thank you for watching. Keep learning, stay disciplined, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now, guys.